Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dylan. Today I'll be talking to you about Alzheimer's disease. Just some quick facts that I found online from the Alzheimer's Organization website. 1 in 5 million people are living with this disease today, and 1 in 3 seniors will die with the disease. Also on the Alzheimer's website, they listed 10 signs of Alzheimer's disease. The first one is that it disrupts daily life. Second, the person is challenged problem solving. Third, they have difficulty completing tasks such as eating, showering, just like personal hygiene. Next, number 4 is they are often confused with time and place. This is usually seen as they don't really know what day of the week it is. Like if you ask them, today could be Friday, but in their mind they might think it's last week, or they might think it's Thursday, or sometimes they might think it's years in the past. Like for example, they might be 2014, but their mind might still be in 2010. Fifth, they have trouble with spatial relationships, particularly driving, because they can't really judge how close they are to other vehicles. So they might be swerving along the road and might be tempted to hit other cars or even pedestrians. 6, they have problems speaking or writing. Particularly, they can't really write their names for checks, can't sign their names for when they pay for bills. They have difficulty speaking in terms of they can't really express themselves as they were able to. Like they have trouble coming up with words to express what they're feeling. 7, they usually misplace lots of things. Like say they're in the bathroom and they can't find their toothbrush. They used it the day before, but they don't know that it's right where they left it, but they don't know when they go the next day that it's where they left it the day before. Particularly for men, they usually have trouble locating the wallet because they usually put it in their pocket, but they usually don't remember to take it out of the pocket when they're done, so they usually change their pants the next day and they're frantic and they don't know what happened. And particularly for both genders, men and women, they usually lose their keys. They usually put them down on like the dresser or next to their bed, but when they go to locate it the next day, they can't remember where they put it. Number 8, they have poor judgment. Number 9, they withdraw from social activities. Particularly seniors, they like to go bowling. They like to play board games, go for walks, go for day trips. Like I know that some towns they sponsor day trips down to like the casinos and like the state forests. They usually withdraw from that. Finally, they have a change in mood or personality. Basically, they could be sad one day, and then you go visit them the next day, and they're like really happy, and they just keep going up and down. Next, the stages. This is from the National Institute of Aging. They have 3 stages, which is preclinical. It's the first. Second is mild, and third is moderate to severe. In mild, they're usually asking a lot of questions. They're usually asking repeated questions like, did they eat? Did they shower? Did they know what time they woke up? Did they know if they slept the day before, etc., etc. In moderate to severe, there's things like increased memory loss. They're unable to recognize their family members. For example, people in the Alzheimer's wards, they usually have difficulty recognizing their own children and possibly their own spouses. Like for me, my grandpa had Alzheimer's, and when my mom went to visit him, he didn't really know who she was, and this really hurt her because he was everything to her, and she had to explain to him every time who she was, and I'd go with them, and it was hard for me because I really connected with my grandpa, and to see him struggle to realize who she was, and that they spent a lot of their years together growing up, and she learned a lot from him, and I learned a lot from her, and she's trying to teach me that this disease, despite its horribleness and that they can't remember who they are, and you got to keep powering through it and just like keep memorizing the good times that they had despite they don't remember who you are. And finally, the call to action that I want you to know is this disease is it's pretty terrible, and there's a lot, and I know there's lots of research being done, but I think there can be more research being done. And just to know that the signs of the signs of Alzheimer's, the difference between when to seek help and when it's just when it's a normal part of aging, and the you can go. There's lots of information online. You can go to National Institutes of Health, Alzheimer's organization, and that's it. Thank you.